Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be watching episode 15 of season 6 of Vikings, which is called All at Sea. Makes me think they're all at sea. I mean, they've, in the last episode, the only people that were kind of at sea at the time was Ubbe and Torvi and Shettel and Oter and their crew, but they had found land in the last episode. They found Greenland, or what we think is Greenland, which Oter wanted to name it Greenland, somewhat ironically because it's pretty barren. But they obviously haven't reached America.
They haven't.
But Ubbe did have a little vision from the seer saying that they should keep going, and I think he does want to keep going on his journey to find the promised land. In their little scenario there as well, we also had a whale wash up on shore.
Yeah, it beached itself.
Which was kind of foreseen by Oter in his trying to stop calling him Athelstan, because they call him Oter in the show, but Athelstan. But he sort of foresaw that, and then it landed on Shettel's part of land, and Shettel being Shettel basically said that he was going to keep it, and that was only right because it was on his patch of land,
which they'd literally just portioned out. If it had arrived like 10 minutes earlier, it would have been everyone's land.
Yeah, but it's just him showing his true colours, I guess.
Yep. Again, and yet people still keep giving him chances.
I mean, it's quite funny because actually since editing episode 3 was the one where they're on the boat and stuff, and there was a lot of bits on there where I didn't really know whether it was trustworthy of Oter and things like that. And actually watching it again, he was really helpful. Like, he was trying to ask Ubbe if he needed help with steering the ship and stopping, stuff like that. He was just kind of watching, and he was kind of watching. The expression on his face was more of a kind of a worry for Torvi and Asa. And then when Asa got washed aboard, is that right? Washed aboard? No, overboard. There you go. Washboard.
And she got washboarded.
Yeah. Oh God.
Show took a dark turn.
That's not what I meant either. Some washboard abs of Ubers I was thinking about.
As always.
Again, digressing. But yeah, R.I.P. Asa. I still have some weird hope that she'll somehow turn up somewhere, but she totally
I'm kind of hoping that one day Floki will just walk in and have her perched on his shoulder.
Just happen to be flying about. I'm a crow now.
That'd be cool.
But yeah, so they've basically found Greenland, and they were at sea obviously in that scenario, and they may be going back to sea another time. And I think Oter has shown actually quite a lot about him actually being quite trustworthy, and Shettel is showing that he's not being trustworthy. So I don't think it's as confusing as we felt like it was before, but it's Vikings, so they may just completely flip it on its head at any point.
They may just be doing that to make us think that, so then when Oter betrays us, it's all the more shocking.
Yeah, exactly. They do that a lot. So
all the frigging time.
But there was also the little encounter in episode 3 when they were on the boats, and that was shortly after Shettel had said that he wanted to be a better man and stuff to his wife, which made us sort of second guess whether he was someone that could be trusted. And but she was kind of, I think she was freaking out, or there was a point where he actually said something kind of nasty to her. Oh, that was it. He was getting paranoid about
what they were talking about on the boat.
So Oter talking to Ubbe, and she said, "Oh, I worry about you," and then she quickly was like, "No, I don't. Like, she was really scared of him, which isn't a good sign for their relationship.
Not at all.
But elsewhere, we have Ivar is with Prince Deer now, and having brought Igor over there as well, and Igor said that he loved him and he was grateful for him helping him. But
that's a nice scene.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. But
it's annoying because we started off this season hating Ivar, and it's kind of making me like him at the moment, and I don't feel like I should like him because he's done so many horrible things. But at the moment, I still think he's the most compelling character in the show. Like, he's an amazing actor, and his character is just incredible. So I do really like following his story. Plus, he was one of the most famous sons of Ragnar, so it is very interesting to see how that's going. And obviously Vitserk went with him, which means that they are kind of working together. They did show each other some kind of love back in episode 3 after they beat the crap out of each other.
Sometimes you just have to throw down to get it out of the way.
Brotherly love, isn't it? I think Vitserk had some things he needed to get out on Ivar there.
He got them out all over Ivar's face.
Yes, well, So
that sounded wrong.
It does sound
Yeah. Oh well.
Anyway.
I'm a little bit torn when it comes to Ivar, because partially I want him to still be the dick that he's been for the past sort of
so
40.
you can hate
I want him
him
to do something horrible so I can go back and think he's a dick.
Yeah.
But I'm just really enjoying this plot for him, and I'm really enjoying the kind of growing relationship with him and Igor.
Yeah.
Because I want that to stay nice, but I want him to still be a dick, so it's okay to hate him.
Yeah. It is my favourite plot,
tricky.
his story at the moment. But I really want good stuff for Gunnhild as well. Because I hate Harold Finehair. He makes me so angry, and he's just trying to, at the moment, he's been kind of made the king of Kattegat. He's trying to now take both Gunnhild and Ingrid as his wives and just take everything that Bjorn had, but he's still kind of an asshole. Like, he said, he's changed, and that he used to be jealous and angry, but he's still the same guy. He's still the guy I hate with a fiery passion. So I really want to see him die.
Yeah.
And I really want to see Gunnhild do it.
Yeah.
So I'm really invested in the story if that hopefully happens, but I really don't want to see just lots of sorrow for Gunnhild and kind of Ingrid. Like, I'm not as keen on Ingrid as I am with Gunnhild, but she really does, like, after what Finehair did to her.
She deserves vengeance.
Yeah, and he just deserves to be killed, basically. We don't like him.
No.
But it does, so called All at Sea, it might just be a metaphor, but
Probably.
wondering if anyone's going to be moving on. We've still got Oleg, who is looking to go and enact vengeance, basically, on
Everyone.
Ivar and everyone that, and Katya and everyone that betrayed him, and obviously his brother and everything, and I feel like his vengeance is going to be pretty horrific, so we've still got to see what happens with that.
It's going to be bad.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything for the recap.
The one question mark is that it's pointedly not in the recap, because we still haven't known what the hell's going on in England.
No, I know, that's the thing.
I
so that was kind of my thing about being
more
at
of
sea.
that.
Maybe some people are going to go there. I want to know more of that. But Vikings storyline moves quite quickly.
True.
We're only at the 5th episode out of 10. Vikings could literally close the whole of the Rue storyline in one episode. It's an absolute nightmare to edit. It's probably the worst show I've ever had to do because they really do, there's 20 different 2-3 minute scenes that basically have loads of stuff that happens and loads of dialogue and loads of important things, and they move the story along really quickly, so it is kind of impossible to sort through. But that's why I reckon they can probably hopefully get back to England, because I want to see a bit more of Alfred. I want to see them do a bit more of that storyline. I'm still holding out that Floki's going to appear somewhere. Bit difficult if they're obviously they're moving away from Iceland, but we never know. He could have somehow travelled as well. So, I don't know. Any other questions?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. So, guys, if you liked our reaction, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're notified of any future uploads as soon as we upload them. The link to our Twitter is down below in our description if you want to follow us and chat on there. We hold regular polls over there as well, so if you want to get involved in that action, help us settle some debates, head over to our Twitter. And apart from that, are you ready to get into this?
I am. Let's do this thing. Looks like they're having a whale of a time.
I call upon you, Bitter Flatnose, the would-be king of Iceland, to show leadership.
Oh,
Courage. Share your good fortune.
he's appealing to him the right way.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll agree to a fair distribution. But in the meantime, we have to make sure the site was secure. To make sure that no one comes in the middle of the night to take pieces of the whale. Surely you understand.
He's so suspicious.
I know, it's that's nothing he's saying is wrong, but
He's
the way
just
he's
paranoid
saying it.
and crazy.
Yeah.
But that's also what his wife
Was saying.
when she was like, I'm worried about you. I'm not worried about you, because he just looks nuts. He looks insane.
It's the eye. There's too much white around the irises of his eyes. He's always just
Yeah.
yes, I'll share the whale. Of course I will.
You don't understand. Settle will kill anyone on his path. He claimed Iceland by violence. Kill the only family who could challenge him.
Yeah.
He'll do the same here.
He doesn't know what he's up again, though.
Of course he killed Floki.
No, that's not
Floki would have been
true.
king of Iceland. Everyone knew that, and Shettle had to deal with him. I don't know where it happened, and I have no proof. But I know Shettle killed Floki one way or another.
I mean, he's not kind of wrong. He caused him all that grief that made him go into the mountain in the first place. So
He didn't literally murder him, but he did drive him to the situation that killed him.
No,
So.
he's not entirely
Well,
wrong. And he
killed
says he
him.
doesn't have proof, but he's got every right to suspect that, considering what he did.
Wonder what he would think if he knew he was marrying a witch.
Oh, here we go.
He knows. So you have no power over me, Eric. You can't shame me, and you can't sell me into slavery.
What?
It was always your profession of choice.
You don't know anything about me.
Nobody does.
Yeah.
I'd really like to know a bit more about you.
I know this. You sold me once. You don't remember. Of course you don't. But I remember. How could I forget?
What?
That is new information.
Now leave. I'm making my wedding dress.
I don't know what this means, but it's big.
Yeah. What?
You get your share. Come to take it.
Oh.
If you step foot on my land, you will have made your own death.
Come on, Ubbe.
Oh, God.
Do your thing.
The whale washed ashore on my land. It is a gift from the gods. It was sent to me. What else can it mean?
Oh, you're
How
mental.
you lost? You're mine.
Yes.
The
Clearly.
gods have chosen me. I am king here. I will decide who stops.
What?
Let him kill him, to be
Yeah.
honest. He has absolutely used up his last chance.
I love how Ubbe's just like, what the fuck? Whatever. Oh, he's just going to kill everyone, though. He is a good fighter.
He is. They all seem to be swarming the
whale.
instead of swarming him.
Oh, that's... Oh! Was that Ubbe? Did Ubbe just kill his son?
I think so, yeah. I have no idea what's going on. This is just chaos.
Is this all one shot, though? This is cool.
Yes, it is some seriously amazing
Oh,
cinematography.
she's protecting her baby. This is horrific. They're going to the boats.
Come back! Come back!
He is such a mental.
He's insane. Ubbe definitely shanked his son, though.
He did, yeah. I think he got stabbed in return. He seemed to be holding his side.
And they're just escaping straight away.
Yeah, just fuck this whole country.
It's just punched him in the face.
Knocked him out, yeah.
This is chaos.
This is absolute chaos.
I guess that we know what all at sea meant.
Yep. I mean, do they have any supplies?
They didn't
There we
really
go. No,
have.
they don't.
They didn't really have it before.
Be afraid! All shall be well!
I trust him more right now.
I am king of Greenland! Rejoice! Rejoice!
You are fucking mental, mate. That's a shot, isn't it?
That is a shot and a half.
What? What are you giving them?
What was promised?
Don't give them Katya. Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Loot.
I thought he was going to give them Katya and then Ivar was going to lose his shit.
We could still be lovers. What?
This guy is
For the
funny.
marriage, why not?
Because I hate everything about
You'll
you.
trust me now I saved his life.
And the first thing you want to do is betray him?
You don't love him?
I don't love you either. Go away.
Such a creep.
That's not Kiev, is it? It looked like
It's a
Kiev
trap.
before. Yeah, it's got to be. Trust Ivar. Trust Ivar.
He knows about traps.
I'm telling you, it's a trap.
Oh. No. Move. Don't just
I
stand.
told you.
Of course it is. It's Oleg. He's a scary motherfucker.
Who's this dude?
Prince Dear, the army of Kiev salutes you and offers you and Prince Igor our profound love and loyalty from this day forward. By the grace
Bullshit.
of God.
By the grace of God, amen.
Unless that was what the goal was. Like some bargaining to get the army on the side. But where's Oleg?
Yeah, I still don't like
No.
this.
The minute they get in the walls or something, it's...
Yeah, I'm getting Red Wedding flashbacks.
I wouldn't put it past Oleg to kill all of his people as well, just to get them.
Yep.
They came to a place called Golgotha, which means the place of the skull. There they offered Jesus wine to drink, mixed with gall. But after tasting it, he refused to drink. When they had crucified him, they divided up his clothes by loads.
Everyone's going mental this episode.
Written church against him. This is Jesus, the King of the Jews. Those who passed by hurled insults at him. He saved others, they said, but he can't save himself. He's the king of Israel. Let him come down from the cross.
Thinks he's Jesus now, does he? Big old mental.
Has he just gone mental and everyone's abandoned him? I don't understand what's happening. He's a great actor, this guy, though.
I'm the Son of God.
Is that what he thinks about, like, his betrayal and
The
stuff?
Son of God.
Is he going to kill himself?
Maybe. That'd be a fairly anticlimactic end for
Oh,
him.
God.
My brothers, let us all live in peace together. Let us live as God intended. Let us talk and forever put our differences aside. Igor, I love you like a son, and you, Ivor, like a brother.
He doesn't believe in love.
For the love of God, for everything that is holy, let us live in peace and love.
He looks like he believes it.
Yeah.
Unless he's a very good actor in the show as well.
Let us love one
Are you serious?
Take this bow and arrow and kill your uncle. Don't be a cripple anymore.
I don't know. Perhaps in some way he does love me.
If we don't kill him, you will never be free. I love you, you know that.
He's smart.
Let me help you.
That's a good move. He knows, doesn't he?
Let me kill him.
Yes!
Let him do it.
He's smart.
By not pushing him and letting him sort of choose to do
But
it.
he's the rightful king.
Yeah?
No, Igor! Not you! No!
I'm sorry.
That wasn't even a good shot.
It's literally the worst possible place you could have shot him. It's going to take weeks to die. Days, maybe.
He knew he was going to die and he wanted
Yeah.
it to be Ivar. It being Igor showed him that he's not the righteous person he thought he was.
Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do.
They know exactly what they do, mate.
He changed the tune. Oh, don't land head first. I'm that guy. The white beard, just like. Well done.
Yeah.
That was the absolute best play.
Yeah. Freaking masterstroke.
When he said I'm sorry to him, it's like the same way he said it when he made him kill loads of other people. Oh my god. See the sea, right? Get in it. I'm just full of seething hate every time I see him. She looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
Does not deserve him.
Not as he doesn't deserve.
Oh, it was the last little look.
Can't do something awesome and just like stab him or push him in the ocean or something. Yeah. So I sort of saw it happening, but really wish it wouldn't.
I hope it leads to her killing him.
Yeah.
You came.
I want to wish you and Ingrid every happiness.
Oh, okay.
Then you're not joining us in matrimony.
No, I cannot marry you.
I don't understand.
In my heart, I am still married to Björn.
Oh. She knows this is going to
Now
get
I
to
have to
him.
go
Where are you going?
to my love.
What's she doing?
Leave her alone. Let her be.
No.
No.
No, this is the opposite of what I wanted to happen.
To join Björn in Valhalla.
No.
In Valhalla.
Aww. Please no. Is she just swimming out to sea?
Yep.
I think he actually liked her.
As much as he can like anyone, you know.
He seems proud of her. This is not the end I want for Gunnhild.
Yeah.
Everyone's gone mental this episode.
Yep. This has just been the craziest freaking episode.
No. What the fuck?
I was not expecting that.
I'm really upset.
So we survived. But where are we going?
I loved
At the
her.
moment, wherever the wind and the tides take us.
You will find food, but we have no water. God will provide.
I wished I believed in your God. Why did you learn to fight like
Suppose
that?
you will soon.
Who taught you to use weapons like that? Where did you learn to fight?
Like a warrior.
I sailed to Byzantium. I was taught by some of the greatest fighters in the world.
Why would they teach you to fight?
So I could serve as his personal bodyguard, of course.
Isn't that the
You
guy
told
that
us you were a Saxon
Björn
monk.
met?
No, I told you the real Otter was a Saxon monk. I took his identity, and I took his faith.
Oh yeah.
You have lied and lied and lied, my friend Otter.
I have only spoken the truth. Nobody likes the truth. They hear only what they wanted to hear. The truth is that we are probably going to die. Is that my fault?
Does it matter?
No, that's mine. I believe your stories.
I really want to trust this
Oh.
dude.
Has God provided?
Look,
Oh god. Is that another storm?
you have to believe.
Or is it just rain? And can they drink rain?
Yep.
This is going to be Ubbe fully turning to Christianity, isn't it?
I mean, God literally provided. It's kind of hard to ignore that.
Same with the whale, although the
Yeah.
whale caused problems, but everything
Yeah.
he foresaw has been happening.
I mean, to be fair, the whale didn't cause the problems. Flatnose caused the problem. Kind of hard to ignore those signs.
Dancing looks hard to do.
So what are your plans now?
Depends
On what?
on you.
Oh.
But I'm here now. Back with my family.
So they matter more than I do.
I'm
Oh.
sorry.
It's not what he was expecting.
Don't worry. I have other ambitions. It's an unfinished business.
England.
Don't worry about me.
Then I'm happy. If you won't blame me.
How would I ever blame you?
Because I'm carrying your child.
Listen, people! People! Listen! We have overthrown
Bad
a man
timing!
whose only ambition was to make himself the king of the Rus. Oleg was my brother, but even so, I could not allow that to happen to my country, nor could I allow that to happen to my young nephew Igor, the true heir to this land.
They're not giving you time to process stuff this episode.
I know. What is going on?
But none of this could have been possible without the intervention of our two Viking brothers.
Now is not the time.
His
We
face.
salute you all. Skull!
Oh.
Skull. Too far away. So many questions.
Yeah, this whole
Like,
episode.
is she playing a trick on him again, like Thingy was, Freydis? Is she saying that she doesn't love him enough, or love him at all, because she won't go with him, but she's carrying his child, does she want him to stay there? She said that her family's more important, and she obviously moved away
her
from
family
her
is
family.
her kid.
Oh.
Maybe she meant she couldn't go off and conquer shit with him because she has to raise their child, and that's why she told him then.
Maybe. I'm still giving him a good sender.
In Kiev. To you.
Oh. He's going to leave anyway, even if he has a child.
Katja's carrying my child.
Your child?
My child.
He's not going to believe that, is
I
he?
know she doesn't want me to stay. So, are you coming with me? Where to? We don't know what happened there since Björn died.
Oh,
We'll
no.
find out.
It is Kattegat. If they kill King Harold, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Why do you hesitate?
Why do you even ask? You know we're afraid to stay together.
Since either you will kill me or I you.
Farewell then, Ivar. I promise that our child will be blessed and will want for nothing. And I will make sure he knows that his father is Ivar the Boneless, a king and a great man.
go.
That is why you have to go.
She's not wrong.
It makes sense. This episode has me all in my feels.
I know.
Oh, come on. Did he not say goodbye to him? Has he already said goodbye to him? Oh.
Ivan! Ivan!
He doesn't want him to leave, does he?
They told me you were leaving. You can't. I won't allow it. I own all the land. I own the sky and the clouds.
But you do not own me.
So it's true. You can't. I love you. I need you.
You are not a child anymore. Only a man can be king. And a man must put aside childish things, and he must learn how to stand on his own feet. Everyone here loves you, and you will be king.
I don't want you to go, but I accept it.
Oh.
Just as long as you keep me in your heart, as I will keep you in mine.
Never thought I'd be this happy and like loving of Ivar. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
You've changed.
He really has.
We never really changed. We just think that we do. You've changed.
Well, after I just wasn't expecting that. I'm
No.
fucking emotional right now for many different reasons.
There was no let up. Every scene was like some huge thing happened, and then you were reeling from that. And you're like, whoa, what the hell? How are they going to deal with that?
You don't have.
And then something just as huge would happen. What?
You don't have time to recover.
Yeah.
I don't. That's why I feel like right now I'm just like I'm processing everything because okay, so let's go to the big emotional hits of the episode. So we've got Gunnhild. I'd seen a spoiler, but like the spoiler was the picture of Harold, and both of them either side of them at like a wedding. So I thought,
Yeah, what we all thought when we
the
saw her
spoiler
walking down
was
the
them
aisle.
two getting married to Harold. Not that. If it had been that would have been a spoiler I really didn't like. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
glad that she didn't marry Harold and
Yeah.
she didn't compromise herself, but she didn't.
I was hoping she'd pull the Lagatha special and murder him on the wedding
Yeah.
night so she could be queen, but
I can't believe.
Nope.
I can't believe she's dead and died like that.
I'm
And it's annoying because we're only 5 episodes away from the end, and again they're just crossing off like my favourite characters. And you know, like you said before about your motivation to kind of keep watching it, which I still will, but after Bjorn went, I'd say Gunnhild and Ivar were my two main players who I kind of cared about, and not expecting to care about Ivar quite as much as I do at the moment. But we'll get onto that in a second.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gunnhild, what the fuck? Because it was a bit...
was not expecting that at all.
It was a bit weird because also Ingrid came up looking beautiful, like she was dressed out. And then when Gunnhild came up, she looked... I don't want to say not as beautiful because she is, but she wasn't really in the same kind of get-up,
Listen,
you know.
I thought she was going to like say she was off to become a priest. There was something very kind of...
Yeah.
Not clerical, but...
Well, I'd seen an interview with her previous to that where they'd asked about some of the dresses that she wore, and one of them was that they thought she was offering herself as a sacrifice in that dress, and it might have been her slightly undoing the dress, which with make sense. Like at first I was like happy because I thought, oh, she's done that to really piss him off, and she's like, I'm still in love with, I'm still happy with with Bjorn. And then she did this thing was the opposite of what I wanted, which was I think she is dead again. I'm still hoping she'll swim over to somewhere else and be okay, but
I really want her to kind of just maybe swim and join Floki in his underground bunker, but I mean they made a real point of showing her sinking into the briny deeps.
The middle of the episode, I was just so gutted. I'm still gutted. I loved her. I really loved her. Like, I loved Gunnhild. From the minute she sliced that cut across Bjorn's eye in that battle, I just loved her.
That was good.
And I don't care about Ingrid and King Harold. Like, I feel bad for Ingrid having to be in that position with the guy that raped her, but she seems to have made her own peace with it. And even when, like, Eric was like, "Oh, have you told him you're a witch?" And she's like, "Yep, we've got nothing you can hold against me, so whatever." And then Eric propositioning Gunnhild. And I don't know if it's Eric's just trying to like get involved in stuff, because he was a dick to her after they slept together. So to be like, "Oh, we can still be lovers," I don't think so.
Why would she want that? Why would she ever agree to that?
And that's why the symbolism of her when she said thanks for the promotion, I thought she was talking to the crow, but she was talking to the crow or the raven in foreseeing her own death, which obviously didn't get at that point. I was hoping she was foreseeing Harold's death.
That would be awesome.
And then it was just the range of emotions when she went, because Eric looked genuinely quite upset about it. Like, I think he did actually have care for her. Ingrid was really upset about it. And then Harold looked really sort of proud and happy. And it kind of annoys me because I really wanted that to piss him off. I don't like him. I wanted that to upset him that he didn't get married to them, you know?
It kind of felt like he was sort of acknowledging a worthy opponent. He was like, yeah, you know, fair enough. Like, I'm upset, obviously, that I'm not married to you, but you know, I can't fault the way you outplayed me.
I still just don't.
I wanted it to hurt a bit more than that. I wanted it to sting, which kind of his acceptance slightly robs us of that. Which upsets me.
I'll go back to the emotion stuff of this story in a second, but it ended with Ivar and Vitzerk are going back to Kattegat, so I am all for them murdering Harold.
But this goes back to something we were saying before. I think it'd be quite funny if they go back to Kattegat, Ivar just straight up murders Harold for being a Harold, then Vitzerk murders Ivar, and somehow freaking Vitzerk, who has done nothing for 6 or 4 seasons, however long he's been around, becomes the only the lamest Ragnar son, becomes the only one somehow to survive. Although I'm remembering Ubbe still exists.
Oh yeah,
so he wouldn't be the last Ragnar. But
if he ended up ruling Kattegat, but
that would be hilarious.
The biggest mindfuck of all is I don't want Ivar to die now. I like him. I
really annoying.
Him.
I want to hate him.
He also has the most beautiful eyes. I know that's not related to anything, and I'm not me being pervy, but like some of those scenes, his eyes are just ridiculously like blue and emotive. I can't even cope. Like,
he has very emotive eyes, I'll give you that.
But obviously that was part of the shots of this episode, because the shots were just incredible. Like they do colouring and lighting, and just the shots that they have were just beautiful throughout.
All the cinematography awards to whoever the DOP is for this show, they need all the love, because the shot selection and just everything was
even just
perfect.
Shettle on that whale was like, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, and just a really good shot. Oh, there's too much to talk about. There was literally too much to talk about. He was going crazy at the end, and then they went all mad, and he was still going crazy and saying, "I'm the king," even though his son had died, who's his like closest ally, really. Yeah. He and him were kind of always in cahoots. I really like. I think it was Ivar. It was definitely Ivar, right, that stabbed him.
Ubbe.
Oh God.
You can't get Ivar off your head, eh? Got a new favourite Ragnar son?
No, I'm just like I did this last episode where I get them mixed up. But
no, it absolutely
the
was
names mixed up. It was Ubbe who did it.
Wrecked him.
And he probably just went for the sun and shanked him, which I thought was kind of hilarious.
Like, I think he literally pinned him to the whale. Like, you want your whale? Fine. Boof. He's stuck with it forever.
That was quite. But when it first kicked off as well, it was like Ubbe was just like. And then was like, okay, I'm killing your son. And then we got in the boat. And it's stupid because that was Ubbe's decision. And he's like, oh, we've got nothing we can do. It wasn't necessarily Otair that told them to all get in the boat. No, and then his blame went to Otair and, oh, you've lied and everything. And actually, I don't think he has lied.
No, not really.
Because everything, I'm pretty sure he said the whole, my name's not Otair, my name's Athelstan, I stole this. He said that before, so it's not a lie. And then, he seems to be bringing the rain and everything. So over the last few episodes, rewatching some of the episodes, seeing what's going on in this one, I do have a lot of faith in Otair at the moment, and kind of in the sense that Athelstan did, where he just brings you good stuff, and I think it is going to be
rather blessed.
It is going to be Ubbe's turn to Christianity. I think
fully.
So, anyway, he's already baptised.
We forget that, but he is.
So is Torvi. Also, fucking Torvi, like. slicing up people with a baby in her arm. Like, that
Axe in
woman,
one hand, kid in the other.
MVP
Proper
of
Viking.
the season so far. She lost her daughter. It wasn't really... Kind of was her fault for telling her the story, but that was ridiculous. Just like, get away. Viking life is insane. That exact picture was what was just like, Viking life is insane.
Yeah.
Like, she's just like, okay, we're fighting now. Could you not kill my baby? That was mental. So Oleg's death was not what I expected.
Yeah.
I really thought that he would be out there fighting, but I guess he's just gone completely off the rails. Oh, it's amazing how Vikings does that, and they can just change something up without telling you the in-between, but it does kind of make sense that he would go off the rails after being betrayed by literally everybody. And then they did that weird bargaining thing to start with the people outside, which I don't know if that was to kind of...
Win the troops over.
Yeah, by... Maybe because they may have known that, you know, you may have had a message going that, you know, Oleg is kind of off the rails at the moment.
It's all
the
over
army's
sea.
viable, you know, yeah. And so they've gone ahead and just... But Kiev, most of the people in Kiev would have seen that as a liberation, considering he was really a horrible dictator.
He really was. It's
but then
quite
such
desperate.
a weird switch for him to come out and be all like...
Literally. Well, again, someone in this show is quoting Jesus and the Bible.
But there's a few... I feel like this scene... Does all at sea... Is that like a term for being crazy?
Kind of lost, I think.
Because...
Without
I feel like
a path
that's...
ahead
You
of
know,
you.
you've got...
Which,
Yeah, there was literally
really.
being at sea with Ubbe, but you've got Shettle, who's mental. You've got, I feel like with Gunnhild, she looked kind of like a bit unhinged, like, you know, and she's gone so sad and she didn't have any other options that she's just gone a bit crazy and done that, which again was very upsetting. Yeah. And then you've got Oleg just pulling a mental and falling off the, and well, there's too much to talk about.
I know, this episode was amazing. There was so much packed in.
It was a really good episode. I really liked this episode, but it was too much. Like, in it didn't give me time to like process it, so I'm doing it all now. But
it does feel a little bit like there was a couple of episodes where not much happened, and then in one episode we had about 3 episodes worth of content.
Last episode wasn't that memorable to me, and I wasn't expecting much from this one, and this one kind of blew my mind a little. So Ivar, when he was looking really angry and he went to get the bow and arrow, and I was like, are you going to do it? Are they going to turn on you then because you do it? And that was just a genius stroke of saying to Igor, you should shoot him, because he is right, and he is also helping him, which was what Oleg was trying to do, but in just awful ways of getting him to grow up a bit and be prepared for his post. But he got him to shoot him with the worst shot ever, like in his side. Not a quick death.
That's a gut shot. That's like a week to die. That would be
kind
horrible.
Of what Bjorn had.
Yeah.
So he then fell off, and that was an amazing shot as well, because he was slowly falling and everybody just stopping still, apart from that one guy in the beard with the white beard that was like, that was hilarious. Yeah. So then we have the sort of coronation celebration part, which again decided to throw the dancing, great, but then what the hell between Katya and Ivar. And I'm glad, I feel like I have a sense of closure for once in one of these episodes, because they tend to not really answer anything, and you tend to not know what's going on, whereas I feel like I know a lot of what's going on now, and a lot of things have been closed. But the fact, when they first had those conversations and we weren't able to have it fully because of all the other stuff that was going on, and she was like, I'm having your child, which we still don't understand how they managed to copulate in the first place, but whatever. I'm having your child. He's like, whoa, he doesn't have any time to think about it. And the whole, when she was like, oh, I'm, you know, do you care more about your family than me? And she was like, no. And she said yes. Oh, yeah. And then he was really hurt. One mind-blowing thing was the way he reacted to that, because we were all expecting Ivar to go crazy, but he didn't. He reacted, he is changed. I kind of love him now. Oh, it's really annoying. Like, I really, really kind of love him. And
I wish we could have had like 3 seasons of this Ivar, not old, annoying.
But then it wouldn't have been fun between
Ivar.
them. I think I guess he had to grow, but I wish the things that he'd done before hadn't been so horrible.
Yeah, like if it'd been sort of Vitsark level of dick until now, it'd be amazing. But because he was freaking Ivar the Boneless, It makes him like, I don't care how nice he is now. It's impossible to forgive him for the shit he's pulled up to this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's led to a lot of bad things happening to other people we care about.
He's putting in some work,
I guess.
Yeah.
Well, so he kind of was forgiving about that, but I was really hurt for Ivar as well, because she was the one that kind of took him to bed and seemed to pursue him in the first place. But for once, Vikings actually answered that, where they had the conversation afterwards.
Good conversation, important.
And she explained. Yeah. She said, "It's you can't love me. You love your ex-wife, who I look a lot like, and you'll end up hating me because of that." I'm kind of sad for Ivar that he's finally having a son or a child and having to leave them and not see them grow up. But does that mean he can have more kids now that he's magically come back to life? I don't, Things are all working down there. Yeah. What's going to happen there? Is he able to have
just
more?
Magic.
And then the whole scene with Igor as well and saying goodbye. Because I was confused then, because he was up there and I was like, I don't think you said goodbye to him. Have I just blocked that out? And then all of a sudden they had the flashback to them saying goodbye. And that's so sweet, their relationship between him. And I think the real catalyst to changing Ivar and making him grow up is having somebody else to protect.
100%. 1,000%. Like, Igor has been the most important person to him probably since Auslag, maybe even a little more, considering she kind of stunted his growth. Well, Igor assisted it.
And she helped him so much, and he helped him so much. And then Igor actually saying, I don't want you to go, but I understand it, was really beautiful as well.
That little kid was a great actor. I kind of hope we see more of him, because he was really good.
It's funny you say that, because I've seen other channels where they were like, I think he's a terrible actor.
That was a great scene.
That was a good
He's had a few
scene.
dodgy ones early on, but that scene, their goodbye scene, was very strong.
But I think Oleg was a great actor. Much as I hated him, but that's part of it, isn't it, being a great actor. But he played that incredibly, and the whole breaking down scene as well was amazing. Ivar's Alex Hoag Anderson, I think I've said that right, is his acting this episode, this season, mostly the whole time he's been in the show, has just been outstanding. Like, that's one of the things that makes Ivar such a compelling character, is just his acting is incredible. And then the conversation between him and Vitsuk, I know I'm chatting for forever, but that was a lot to unpack. So
yeah, there was a lot going on there. We need to discuss. There was, for
him and Vitsuk, when he first, I thought it was funny because he was like, she's carrying my child, and he was like, is she though? Because this is flashback to when Radis was apparently, and they were all like, no, she isn't. But he seemed to believe Ivar's, because Ivar was like, she is, but I'm leaving, or she doesn't want me to stay.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they answered that though. She doesn't want him to stay. Anyway, but it was the fact that I really like their bond at the moment, and I feel like this might actually finally be a good. I think we might see some good stuff for Vitsuk for once.
I hope so. He needs time to shine.
Because that was always his struggle, it was like the other two brothers did show him love, maybe not the respect he would have wanted, but he was always fated to Ivar. He always said that bit where he jumped out of that boat and went over to Ivar. He said he didn't know why he did that, it was just
drawn to him.
Yeah, he just had to do it. And then he's had nothing but shit with Ivar. Yeah. So he's never been able to fill his own potential, I get angry at Vitsuk and I get angry at the sort of story with Vitsuk, but if you look at it in that perspective, it isn't his fault. I'm kind of... It's like season 5 of Game of Thrones, where I just get really annoyed with seeing Arya be hit by sticks for like an entire season. Yeah, it's kind of like that with Vitsuk, where I'm just like, I don't want to see you just go through awful stuff and be addicted and, Anyway, so I thought they were going to go maybe back to England. I hope that's still going to happen. But I'm very excited for what happens between... I really hope Vikings doesn't let me down. And I hope they don't go and join forces and everyone just forgives King Harold. I hope to God that Ivar, my new love, apparently... What the hell?
Your new crush.
No, not crush, but like my new just...
Best friend.
I care about him, yeah. I really want... And Vitsuk, I'm enjoying this double team at the moment, like... I said badly. Moving swiftly on. I am really invested in this character. I love him and Vitsuk together now, as they are right now. I'm excited. I'm really happy because last episode I was a bit deflated with this season. Yeah. And right now, I'm excited again.
So hyped.
I still want Gunnhild to somehow come back to life, though.
Yeah, that would help.
I just feel like they need them. I feel like a Kattegat with Ingrid, Harold and Eric is a shitty place.
That is a Shittegat.
Yeah. But we still have the option of obviously Ivar and Vitzik coming along, getting that. I feel like Ingrid deserves to actually be with a decent guy. She's not really done anything that wrong apart from us not liking her because of the whole like Bjorn situation and her trying to take power. But she seems like a decent girl. So yeah, maybe Ivar or Vitzik coming into Kattegat.
I would go with Vitzik over Ivar. It just feels like Ivar.
I don't know.
It would feel a bit cheap to just move straight, like to go from Freydis to a lady that looks just like Freydis straight to someone new. Like
I know
he needs time to just kind of.
I think it would be.
I
think it would be better for Vitzik, but I think out of those two, and who Ingrid would be drawn to is the one with the power.
She would, 100%. She would be drawn to Ivar. But then maybe when Ivar kills Harold and then Vitzik kills Ivar, she'll be like, hey man, maybe he's not all bad.
But how do you know that's going to work out that way? But I don't know.
I'm hoping.
I hope that she gets kind of spared in this situation, that she maybe ends up with one of those two. So I've just talked for ages. I think I've gotten everything out. I was not expecting to need the tissues this episode.
So good.
Any other thoughts from you?
No, I think we just about covered everything. That was a great episode.
That was a really good episode.
I'm now once again excited to see what comes from Vikings.
I feel satisfied and not just confused for once, which is really great. So, if you liked our reaction, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're notified of any future uploads as soon as we upload them. Hit us up in the comments, let us know if there are any other shows you'd like to see us react to, and if you want to chat to us over on Twitter, where we hold regular polls about Vikings, Mandalorian, many other shows, then the link is down below in the description. Apart from that, big exhale. We'll see you next time. Take care.